The government has said today it will get Britain working again, and this is why. Nearly 11 million working-age people are not in paid jobs. The majority, 9 million, are economically inactive, meaning they were not actively looking for work or available to start a job. Almost 1 million are young people, that's 1 in 8, between the ages of 16 and 24. 2.8 million people say they're not economically active because of long-term sickness. The government is proposing to create jobs and careers service at job centres. Local authorities to lead training and employment opportunities. Extra support too for NHS trusts in most inactive areas. Sky Social Affairs correspondent Becky Johnson reports.
I struggle with anxiety and depression, and also my confidence has been it's gone down a little bit compared to what it was prior.
Olivia hasn't worked for 4 years. She had a baby during the pandemic and her mental health deteriorated. Now 23, she's living on universal credit and can't afford full-time childcare.
I'm trying to find something that can fit in with the part-time hours and also that I can kind of cope with.
I mean, some people would say, you know, there are cafes, there are bars, there are cleaning jobs, there are jobs all over the place that you could apply for. So why don't you?
For me, I think the barriers are the anxieties of being out of work for so long.
She's been getting advice from this charity that helps people into employment. They've seen a big increase in young people saying they're too ill to work.
The pandemic has a lot to play. We're kind of seeing a generation of young people that lived through those pandemic years. So often it can be kind of low level, low self-esteem.
But Jordan, who's 23 and on sickness benefits, says the welfare system discourages some from applying for work.
It more intensifies people to sit at home really and just not look for a job.
And is that because you'd lose your benefits if you got a job?
Yeah. The way that some people see it is that you're literally just going to be getting money from the government for literally nothing.
What's happening here in Romford is mirrored around the country. The Prime Minister says Labour inherited a country that isn't working.
In order to boost the economy, the government has to fix this issue of worklessness, in particular, why so many people are off sick. To put it into context, health-related benefits cost more than the entire UK policing budget. And think about this, while so many British people aren't working, there remains a need for foreigners to fill vacancies, making it more difficult for the government to tackle another issue, immigration.
Reforms announced include transforming job centres into careers services and more money for the NHS in areas with the highest numbers off work.
This white paper starts to turn the corner on the last 14 years, putting forward the real reforms we need to get more people into work and on at work, to give young people the very best start in life.
The talk now is of help, but many expect sanctions will follow for people who don't take up support being offered. Becky Johnson, Sky News, Romford.